Hey everybody, welcome.
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 To
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome again to TFT Tarot.
And again.
Tarot for today, Divine Dabblings with
Double your pleasure.
Mr. O.
Mr. O.
And me, Banshee. Welcome to the show. Just having a little fun. Hi
Jackie.
everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's happy. If not, we're going to try to get you there.
We will. So welcome everybody. Hi Emily.
Hello, Emily. It's good to see people all lining up. Well, we're late today. We're usually not on at this time of day, but we make these allowances sometime because Mr. O's a working man still. So he worked today in the morning
Oh, is that
shift.
a song? A song by Rush?
Maybe.
They call me the working man, 'cause that's what I am.
Oh, man.
I got to falsetto that one.
And I filmed my Material Matter show while he was at work. And I have to tell you, Mr.
Good to see you, too.
Somewhere along the way there, I sang a little song.
I say a little prayer for you, forever, forever.
Yeah, I said I was going to leave the singing to you after that. So, yeah. Anyway, all right. So we're going to do a card for the collective first from... get the booklet out here. The Good Tarot, Colette Baron Reed's deck.
The Good Tarot.
What better deck to use at a happy hour?
Yes, it's one of our favorites.
All right. I'm going to let you pick one at random. They're always read upright. Ooh, well, talk about a happy card.
Star.
I'll take the book, though. Let's see what she says about the star. We know what we say about the star. It's very short. For the major arcana, she likes to do things that are kind of affirmative. So the star is inspiration, of course, and it says, I am hopeful and inspired by life right now, and everything that is happening points to a renewed sense of encouragement. After all the changes I have experienced, I'm starting to recognize that the hope that comes with new beginnings. Well, new beginnings usually do carry a lot of hope with them. And anticipating new beginnings is a lot of hope. So for those of you out there who are anticipating new beginnings, this is a really good sign. It's a good sign to keep optimistic, remain optimistic. For those of you who are looking for a sign that times are going to get better for you, the star is that card, right?
The star is very much kind of a fortune or destiny related that seems to be coming to you. It always inspires or instills the idea that it's just a matter of time.
Right, wish upon a star. And it is true. It's about destiny. It's about fate. And it's usually positive. So I think this is very hopeful to start our show with this card. Let's hope the rest of the show goes this well.
Everybody is a star.
Oh, gosh.
I know. I don't do Sly and the Family Stone that well.
Okay.
He was a unique singer.
So are you.
I know, but not...
But you're not making millions
not
off of that
good.
voice. Sigh. Anyway.
All right, so who's up first?
Well, who's up first? I should get the list out there, eh? Did anybody else come in?
No.
No. All right, well, it's a short list, but we'll see what happens. You never know here. Jackie is first. Jackie got in.
Of course she is.
Bridget V has joined us. Hello. Welcome.
Hi, Bridget.
This is happy hour, though. We're only
Welcome.
doing a single card positive message from Spirit for the week ahead. So we will add you to the list.
All right. And, of course, happy hour and TFT, you get 2 readings in one. So, Jackie, here's your card. Ooh, how nice. It is the King of Cups. The King of Cups, happy hour says you may need to be in the role of this kind of beneficent, kind person. Maybe somebody is coming to you that needs a little bit of your compassion or a little bit of your brightness to kind of, upswell the emotions a little bit. It's also possible, too, that maybe this indicates the kind of energy coming to you either through somebody you know, a person, or somebody you're going to meet, or some situation where you just sort of feel somebody wants to extend their kindness and happiness and benevolence to you. And it's about being helpful because you really care.
Well, the king is at the top of his game emotionally. I think here, this is a time to really let your emotional maturity shine. This is a time where you could kind of set an example, for the people around you, showing them really how to behave, how not to, how to handle drama, how to handle a crisis with calm, collective, cool action, and to be there to support people who need a little bit of support or help, maybe a little bit of uplifting energy. This is a time for you to maybe give a little bit to others, and I always say that's going to come back. It's going to come back, maybe in ways you least expect, but it will come back to you.
You know what I'm drawn to a little bit is the little floating crown over
his head,
his crown chakra.
Yeah.
And I think of all the pictures where we see mostly Catholic iconography, like little flames over, the saints' heads or Mary's head. And I sort of feel like it reminds me of that. It's sort of like a sort of psychic or auric stigmata in a way, a sign, of somebody's true blessed qualities. So I just wanted to add that.
Well, the crown could be very well his crown chakra. What does it mean? It's really elevated. It's very elevated right now. And so there's that sense of an expanded view of, the emotional landscape here. Thinking of the good of all or the good of many over the good of yourself or one. And, that's the kind of example, we want to set, is that, that everybody deserves, love. Everybody deserves kindness. And
a good role model.
A good role model. Thank you, Mr. O.
You betcha.
That's what we have for you, Jackie. Be that role model. You are a very positive person. So good luck with that.
All right.
So
thank you for everything you do. Appreciate you so much.
And you are welcome, Bridget. Glad you joined us. Like I said, we're not always here at this time. But sometimes we are when Mr. O works the morning shift.
Yeah, our regular or default is sort of around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But occasionally it gets punted around. Next week, I am happy to tell you, next week it will be exactly on time.
Wow, because that's what I announced in my Material Matters without even knowing. I did make a comment, though, about your schedule.
Very soon after that, and you're only going to hear this like maybe once, is there's going to be a lightning round.
Yes, there is. Now, the lightning round is not like happy hour. You get a chance to ask a real general question. Like you want a one-card reading about love, money, relationships, whatever, just very generic, and we'll pull a card for you and draw it. That's why it's called the lightning round, because it's only one card.
And we want to try to get through as many possible, readings as we can.
And why else is it called the lightning round, Mr. O?
Because you don't know when it's going to strike.
That's right. It's just going to pop up when it pops up.
It's going to be coy like me.
So, it's good to be subscribed and to get notifications. All right.
And we're on Shirley. Hey, Shirley.
Shirley. All right. Oh, is this show just going to be full of love today? I'm all in on it. Well, here, you can put it out there. Better reach than me. You have the Ace of Cups, Shirley. Wow. So, I know sometimes you've been thinking about people. People have been on your mind. Who knows? Maybe somebody is finally going to break the ice, or, plan a date or get together. It could be the start of a new relationship, basically. But I think more than that, as far as happy hour goes, I kind of get the feeling that this is about opening your heart to love, and not just receiving love, but giving love to others, because there's a certain vulnerability that's attached to that. And that's in a way why I love to say that with the Ace of Cups, because aces are innocent, they're like new beginnings, they're brand new, and the aces will only go so far as you take them. So the thing is, you want to open your heart. You want to start with an open heart towards people and let yourself be a little bit vulnerable. That's what love is all about. We have to let people in, right?
I love these cards so much. I'm so happy that we chose them for happy hour. This is a card that says the beginning of something that you really care about. And it could just be saying like a new attitude about caring about yourself, about putting yourself in your circle of love. It's not saying you're excluding anybody. It's just saying you are at that center of that. And when you can deliver that heart energy from that and back and forth to it, it empowers everything on the entire periphery of the circle, and that's everybody else.
And I brought this up before, but something else strikes me, Shirley, when I see this.
That would be wonderful.
When I see this card, is look at how carefully, of course, she's cradling that heart. It's very delicate. It's very fragile. That speaks to the vulnerability that I talked about. And it's also, saying to you, you want to make sure and ensure that you are giving your heart away to people who will treat it similarly, And I think here it's a beautiful message all the way around. And it also shows how much you care about the other hearts around you. So
I like what you said there, and I sort of feel like that's maybe what you can do is as you're working towards that is just every day try to keep it in mind, how much, this job means to you, how much
you love it.
How much you will love it, how much it will fill you with love, how much that love will also reflect back,
Well, you know the cards a little bit by getting readings now, Shirley, and I think here this is saying that, it could be a passionate new beginning, something that you really wanted, something that you had your heart set on. And so it could be the start of that as well.
We wish it comes true.
So good luck with that. All right. Mr. O.
Yes, and thank you, Jamie's Cowboys.
You're so sweet. You really are.
If you haven't hit our like button, we would really appreciate it.
And we are on Jamie's Cowboys right now.
Hey, that's how it works out. Happy hour.
And of course, when we finish our show, we pull readings cards for ourselves, and we end the show with a namaste blessing. So you could stay tuned for that if you're interested. Sometimes it's harder to hang on with us through our 2-hour shows, but 1-hour shows, a little easier.
Well, the other thing, too, is that when it's at its normal 10 o'clock, we may be swigging down the coffee and barely laughing in between readings because we're having so much fun. We really are. Oh, look at this. Jamie's Cowboys.
Nice.
You have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands says you are floating above competition. You are floating above troubles. You are floating above anything that really is challenging you, even if it's in a softer way. You sort of don't even feel that sense of that competition because maybe you're just reflecting back your same energy to everybody because you want everybody to win with you. You want everybody to come along with you. You don't want to necessarily keep people away from their own victories.
Oh. Well, that's awful. I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, if you want to ask a question about that tomorrow, we will we'll look at that more and see what things say.
In this context, it could be saying really, though, you still have to try to work towards having the higher ground, which is what the picture is. But to some degree, I think this is saying it's your persistence. The Seven of Wands could also be seen to be a card of persistence. So whether this applies directly to that or whether it's just the idea for happy hour for you.
Well, I would say as far as that situation goes, if it's going to be ongoing, all I do have to tell you is what Mr. O said, that you do have the higher ground here, regardless of what obstacles and blocks and how they try to set you back. But you really do have a good position right now as far as maybe the case itself goes, That's really unfortunate. But I would say this, as far as your week ahead goes, it feels as though there's protection around you. And that might be a good thing with Mercury about to go retrograde next week. So maybe you're starting that off on the right track. You've got a little bit of protection around you, that a lot of things that are going to try to burble up and, pull you away from what you really want to focus on won't be successful. And I think here that other people who may be trying to drain your energy or time, or maybe causing you setbacks in some way, they're not going to be successful. It's just not going to happen. I think this is a good position to be in all the way around. And so I'm so sorry they're doing that with you case-wise. If there's any way to appeal that you know of, maybe you should go for it, because it looks like you may have, some support, some protection on your side here.
Well, I'm feeling what you're saying there, that, you feel it's going to be hard to make it because it's set for another year, apparently. And that's an extreme amount of time. And I feel like maybe there was a reflection of that in that card, though, because the person is sitting there serenely, sort of in their own bubble. And maybe it's a sense of, they're ready to wait. They're patient. There's a sense of patience or calm.
There is, yeah.
And so it's the best you can do to try to hang on for that. And
well, if they're trying to discourage you and make you drop the case, okay, don't give in to that, I would say. But this is happy hour, so I'm trying to keep it happy and joyful as much as I can. And I would just say to you, you do have the higher ground. You should at least feel good about that your cause is a righteous one. So Good luck with that.
Good luck, Jamies. Thank you for all your great support of us, too, and your kind words. Thank you.
Wow.
Come back tomorrow and maybe we can do a more illuminated reading about this matter.
All right, so Lena is up. Right.
Hey, Kara.
Kara made it. Hi, Kara.
We knew you'd be here.
Get you on the list. Well, Mr. O promises next week it'll be back at its normal time. We'll see.
All you need is to put a cup of coffee in your hand and turn on the computer.
Did you pull that one? Yes, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I am...
Zach. Hey, Zach. Hi there.
Oh.
I agree.
All right, let me get Zach on the list. And...
I'm trying to trigger that and it won't.
Is it the thumbs up that seems to not do it?
It's two that makes fireworks, supposedly. But let's just try it.
It's not working today.
I know. I'm not liking it. I want my fireworks. There they are. Subdued.
There they are. All right.
Yeah, but I had to do it with the machine. All right. Hello, hello. So if you haven't been here before, we just pull one card for each person, so you're on the list, and it's just a happy, positive message.
For the week ahead.
For the week ahead. But we do have other nights or times where we read more for questions, and that's tomorrow afternoon 2 to 4 or Thursday 7 to 9. And this one's for Lena, right?
Yep.
Alrighty.
I'm trying to see what that is there. That's interesting to me. Have you noticed that before?
Yeah, it's very tiny. It's hard for me to tell.
Is that a bowl?
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to look into this one, or maybe it's a candle of some sort. I don't know. But it's in a cage, or it's in like, it's hidden. The Queen of Swords is here, which I can barely get in the, there we go. The Queen of Swords is here, Lena, and I think this card is all about saying this is a time not to feel pressured into making any decisions. This is a time to take your time. Think things over. In some area of your life that maybe you do have to make a decision, a move, or a choice of some sort. But no pressure. Give yourself all the time you need to make that decision. And make sure other people understand that too, that you want to make the right decision, especially if other people are involved. So you just take your time, all the time you need, and sit back and determine what your next moves are going to be.
As card readers, we all go through a sense of, learning the cards, the training for that. And then as an intuitive, we sort of say sometimes the card just says something that maybe is a little bit more specific, or even if it is sort of different. And I just think this is saying, this is about, maybe to some degree what Banshee said, this is a time to be thoughtful. That normally the Queen of Swords is sort of an action figure in a sense, but this is sort of saying action after you've really had a sense of contemplation over the matters at hand, the decisions you have to make. It's already saying to me that you already know if it's a decision that maybe others may find harder or less fulfilling. That's them, and you understand you have to kind of go with it for your own concern. You're not going to be concerned about what others say.
Well, what's funny about this, if that is a bowl or a vessel, that could indicate water or emotions. And it would be very apropos to see this with the heart in a cage here, or with the emotions kind of in a cage. Because what you want to do sometimes is make the most objective decision possible. Sometimes to do that, we have to leave our emotions out of the equation. We may feel a certain way, but what is the right thing to do? This is where sometimes we have to put our head over our heart, and there is nothing wrong with that.
And I think I like that idea then of the blue flag and the red flag, or the other flag. It just sort of says, balance, the two primary colors, right.
I like it. So that's what we have for you, Lena. Just sit back this week and think about what you need, what really needs to be given some deep thought. Good luck with that.
All right. And so it's Libra. Libra comes.
Libra's up. Indeed.
Libra.
Oh, nice.
You have the Eight of Cups. Boy, we're getting so many cups. We got a couple swords, but we're getting a lot of cups. And
we are.
I think that this says maybe there's been a time for you to really evaluate and come to terms with certain things, and now you realize there is a path forward for you, and the path really does feel like it takes you towards what you want. It's not a path that's just moving you away from something immediate that may be troublesome. This is really a path that suggests growth or positive change. And it's still not like you're leaving everything behind, because the picture sort of shows those symbols there more in the foreground of things that are coming with you. We could look at them in any number of ways, but the little bowl of fire is sort of like the sense of will, maybe, the determination to follow through with that. So I really think that spirit, or the happy message, is you're moving on to something better, and you're taking what you need to work with.
It's It's such a cool card. It really
It
is.
is.
I love this version of it. Oh, you're moving towards the light. You're moving towards enlightenment. You're moving towards higher purposes and higher callings now. Something maybe tugging at you to do this, to make a move, to either, maybe it's exploring and studying spiritual traditions. Maybe it's something completely different. Whatever the case may be, it's kind of like you're walking, you're moving forward now, you're moving away from something, but you never leave it completely behind because, well, you've left your mark there, you've left your footprint. Okay, you've left footprints. There's a shadow or ripples in the water. You have made waves and ripples where you are, and now it's time to progress and move ahead further and grow. And I just think it's a wonderful card for that. It just speaks to me. I've always liked the Eight of Cups though, but this one really is a nice version. Yeah. Anyway.
Right.
That's what we have for you. So keep onward and upward, I always say, with this card. Good luck with that. And we
All right,
are
and
on
it's Bridget.
Emily, right?
Or Emily, I'm sorry. It's Emily.
Yep.
Then Bridget.
Yep.
Hi, Emily.
Sometimes those moves we make with the Eight of Cups, they're more on the emotional level or the subconscious level. That's where the elevation and the enlightenment occurs. It doesn't always have to be a physical move.
All right. And the happy hour card.
And it's another cup.
It's another cup, but this is the one we kind of have some fun with it. It's the Seven of Cups, and we're like, oh, that dude looks like the guy from AC/DC, the singer, wearing that kind of cap. But this card is...
Couldn't get you to sing. I'm sorry.
No. Thunder! Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, enough of that. The Seven of Cups says, choose carefully. The Seven of Cups may actually be saying that maybe spirit or something is actually moving you towards your best choice at this time. You may have realized that there are a number of options, or there are a number of things that you're thinking about that are either questions or ideas, but you sort of have room for more, but you also really feel like something is pulling you towards the one that really has the most value, whether it's an emotional value or even if it is something that has more of a physical value.
All those castles in the sand. What will you choose? So what will you choose? This is a time to maybe not make a choice. This is a time to
Hi, Shazzy.
Imagine.
Hi, Gina.
Gina!
Gina!
So good to see you. All right.
So very good to see you. Happy Saturday.
Shazzy's here. And Gina. And of course my spell check. Why are you doing that? There we go. All right, I'm just going to post it again real quick. So what I want to say, Emily, this card is all about just visioning. Envision the possibilities. Maybe even dabble and explore some, do a little bit of research or looking into certain things or attending events that are you're interested in and determining if there's a group or organization that you want to join, what you want to do next. Because they're an artistic collective you want to be a part of. Do you want to work on an artistic project? Do you want to do some writing? Do you want to find a new job? I mean, you've got a lot of possibilities here for what you want in life. It's not the time to select them, but it's the time to really, imagine the possibilities and maybe even add to that list. It's okay. Eventually you'll come back down to earth and it will be time to choose something. But for now, hey, use your mental faculties and your emotions and just explore things. Just have fun with it.
And this is one of those things about having the two readers. I think with other decks or other venues we would be working, I might look at that Seven of Cups a little bit more like her. But with it being happy hour, sometimes I sort of feel like we are moving towards an actual clearly different maybe move on that. I mean, I'm not saying I disagree with her, but I'm just sort of saying I'm more, never mind. I'm a little fuzzy-headed today.
No, that's fine. I just feel it's time to explore. If we were not in, but you know what? I think it's perfectly fine to look at the totality of the card at happy hour too. If it's mostly positive on both ends of it.
Right.
So, and whether you're choosing or whether you're exploring, it's all happy. It's all good, right? So I think this is a week for you to explore the possibilities and potentially come away with one. But remember, Mercury's going retrograde this week.
Well, in about a week.
That's what we have for you, Emily. Thanks for joining us.
All right, and so we're moving on to Bridget.
All right. Yes, we are moving on to Bridget. Is that my card this time? Yeah, I guess
Yeah, because I did that one.
You pulled AC/DC, man?
I did.
You did. All right.
On TNT. Just a little. It's kind of since the thing happened, I sort of do have a little bit of dizziness, so...
Mr. O's going through stuff. You probably have seen some of my posts or not, but he's going to be...
Are you really? That's funny.
He's going... Oh, that's awesome. That's cool, Gina. He's going to be seeing a number of doctors because he's got some things to work out. But...
You're welcome, Emily. I'm glad it resonated.
But at least now we know what's going on with Mr. O. So he's been having dizzy spells for a while. So I'm just glad we're...
No, few of us are, Emily. Few of us are.
I know. I was very unhappy reporting that in my happy hour video for tomorrow.
All right.
Not my happy hour video, my material matters. It's really funny. We talk about him being dizzy, but I've been having some real brain things today. When he came home from work, I said to him, I just filmed the emotional exchanges. And he looked at me. He said, did you just say you filmed the emotional exchanges? And I'm like, no, I meant to say material matters.
Well, then I said, I guess I have to film the material matters. Yeah. Thank you, sweetie. I'll be looking eventually, once I get the doctor's, more summations, I'll maybe looking for a Tai Chi kind of healer. It's been recommended, or Qi Kwang too.
Qi
Yeah, Qi Dong. Thank you.
Tai Chi and Qi Dong, and there might be something else, but anyway, all right. Hey,
all right, so Bridget, this is your card, and once again, we are in Cups-a-Palooza.
We've had so many cups.
We've gone through the whole deck.
Today.
We just need to do the night.
There's been a few more, 2, 3 of cups. We haven't had them all, but
thank you, Gina.
Why don't you go ahead?
So, Bridget, the Six of Cups.
Thank you,
Spirit
Gina.
is probably saying there's a time for, once again, more reflection. Some of the cards have been talking about that for different people. So I don't know if the moon's in a water sign or something like that. We are in Pisces, sun season Pisces. But this is about maybe also understanding what truly was happy for you in the past and how you feel that still has a place in your heart or elsewhere in your life. And so it could just be the understanding of, like the picture shows, an adored pet that grew up with you for a while, that kind of thing, or the continuity of having, pets or people or situations in your life that do that remind you of your past foundations and how that happiness is still there. Just recently I've connected once again. I have a cousin, a first cousin. She's literally one of my last cousins. All the rest have passed away, and it's good to have that feeling, sometimes that somebody that's not exactly your sibling or your parent, but somebody else that's a part of your past is still there with you. And I think that's a bit of what this is saying.
Well, fond memories of the past are very much prevalent in this card, but also and also this idea too that it's possible maybe you'll be getting together with somebody from your past who'll come back and you'll share a good time, either have coffee together or and reminisce. It's the kind of thing where you can get together with old friends, family you haven't seen in a while, things of that nature. But I wanted to touch, Bridget, on something else that I think is important with this card, and maybe you'll resonate with, I'm not sure. But, when you look at this card and you look at this child grown into the man, and the puppy grown into the dog, you see the different steps and stages these cups are representing along the way. The years that have gone by, the growth that has occurred, the emotional experiences that have filled you up along the way. This is a time to really look at yourself, your progress, and how you've grown over time, and some of the beautiful experiences that you've had. Take that to heart this week. It might inspire you if you're starting to feel really negative about things. Think about that.
You're such a good reader.
Oh, stop. That's what we have for you. Like you're not. Good luck with that. All right. Am I going to pull one this time, or is that me? That was
you, I think.
Okay, then you go and pull another cup, why don't you?
I'm glad you enjoyed it if you did. You're welcome.
You're
hi,
very
Marita.
welcome. Who's here?
Marita.
Oh, hi, Marita.
Welcome once again to Happy Hour. And, we're on Kara already?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, we only had 10 people today, Mr. O. I think, did I count? Maybe we had 12. I don't know if I counted.
The student has surpassed the teacher. She is miles beyond me. I love what she can do. Where are you at that it's Mother's Day?
Oh. Well, this is International Women's Day for sure. I want to wish everybody who celebrates Happy International Women's Day. And I'm going to be using next week a beautiful deck called the Sacred She Oracle. It's really more of a gender neutral deck, but talks about the, Sacred She is within us all. And it's just a gorgeous, modern interpretation of the tarot. Very beautiful. So we'll be using that for our cards for the collective that we post on YouTube and we put up everywhere. So
yes, they're everywhere.
All right.
So, Kara, you broke the cups chain with our Six of Pentacles.
That's a great way to break it, Kara.
It's a good way to break it. And the Six of Pentacles is a reminder or a happy mention that you should give a little to get a little. You should feel the spirit of generosity and realizing that when you grease some palms, your palms get greased too, that kind of thing. This isn't just necessarily about money, prosperity, material things. It could also be saying that physical support or that mental, emotional support that you give to somebody who needs it will be remembered or will, put a good mark on your karma sheet. And, what comes around goes around is always true.
Well, just to interject quickly, Gina, if you're familiar with, you might have seen me use it before, the Tao Oracle or the Osho Zen Tarot. She's the creator of the Sacred She Oracle.
It's an awesome deck.
And it's just an awesome deck. It really is. So
the Sacred She.
Yeah. All right. So the Six of Pentacles, Kara. This is just so perfect for happy hour because doesn't everybody deserve fairness in life? Doesn't everybody deserve a fair shake, equal treatment? Right, we're talking about International Women's Day, not because we want women to rise above everybody else in the world. No, we want women to be recognized for their contributions equally, as men or other genders, etc. are. We just want to have our place as well. And so I think this card today is saying that, Carrie, you deserve fairness. You will receive fairness. Be fair, be kind, be generous to others. And guess what? You're going to get it back. You're going to get it back because those hands are showing it. It is that infinity loop of goodness, that when you give goodness, you can expect to receive it back.
Instant karma gonna get you.
I'll just dance to his singing. Wow, that's what I have for you, Kara. Good luck with that. That's awesome. I always like seeing this card at happy hour because it's so balanced and just the idea of the generosity. And you look at generosity in a variety of different ways.
I just did that one.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Generosity, and Zach is up, by the way.
Yes.
Generosity of spirit, generosity of love, generosity of resources, generosity of your time and your attention. Sometimes people just want to talk, like me right now. No, just kidding. All right. I also should announce, a lot of people have left though, that I just also did an unboxing video, which will be coming out soon, for a new deck that is called the, I think it's called Cries of the Soul or Cries of the Souls, but I think it's Cries of the Soul, and it's a shadow work deck that's amazing. And guess who's going to be using it sometimes on his Goth Tarot show?
Well, we're even thinking of maybe the possibility of collaborating for this.
Yeah. So I did an unboxing. That will come out soon. But, you know, he's got my material. I don't want to overload Mr. O.
It'll probably come out Monday.
It could come out Monday. That's a good idea.
And it'll be a really cool deck to see. I think it has lots of potential for regular shows as well as, you know, the special show Goth Tarot or maybe others even.
I could almost see it going into the past life show for some.
That's right. Purposes. And we haven't set the date, but we are certainly going to do a past life reading set.
All right.
It'll probably be after the lightning round.
Hey, Zach.
Hi, Noah.
Oh, hey, Noah. This is Happy Hour. We'll be doing a single card message.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's something that's sort of real, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a little bit minimalist in a way.
The art is a little bit minimalist. It's from the same creators who did my Voices of the Soul deck, which is really about mediumship. And I don't use it often. It's more of a personal deck of mine. Why am I doing this again? I had pulled that card.
Oh, okay. So
I had pulled that card already for Zach. And
Zach,
one of our
here's your card.
Favorite in this deck. Go ahead.
All right. So, Zach, we have the High Priestess for you. And I don't know if you notice this, but look really closely at the eyes. And you'll see that they sort of appear to be open and closed at the same time. And this is more than a metaphor.
Right. You know, that's the High Priestess. She goes within and really can see without at the same time. Mm-hmm. You know, we have to, you know, the answers that you are looking for, I think is, you know, I go back to the charge of the goddess. If you can't find it within, you will never find it without. The answers are within you for what's happening out there. So you have to go within to see the real true message of what's going on without. And so that has a lot of deeper meaning to it, Zach. And what it means is that, you know, you will be looking at people differently. You need to look at what you're not just hearing, what you're not just seeing, but also what you're feeling. All of it's important, from body language to what's being said to what's not being said. All of these little subtle things is what the High Priestess can look at and do when you tap in to that inner wisdom of yours.
So in general, what the card tells me is that maybe, Zach, this is a time where you are pondering a number of things, or you have certain questions, and some of them may be easier to ascertain, but some of them require you to maybe have a bifocus, that you realize those questions or those ideas have more than one answer, or that those answers float between different layers of your life. They may be more the spiritual or mental parts of your life, but there may be some actual fundamental things going on in your physical too. This all is telling you, get in touch with that deeper self for this, and really pay attention to dreams, pay attention to symbols or things that seem to synchronize. Maybe you see a bird of the same type in the same location several times, things like that. They all may be pushing you towards a meaning or an understanding of what the matter is.
So this week, try to take some quiet time and tap into your inner wisdom. If you play with tarot, you dabble with tarot, you do divination with tarot, use it. See what messages you get. Pay attention to your dreams. This is an interesting card to get right now, Zach, as Mercury is in its shadow phase and about to go retrograde, because we should be doing a lot more internal, introspective kind of work during this time.
Right, so it could actually be a signal saying that something that maybe you have been thinking of in different ways will be that focus during the Mercury retrograde, which will start on the 15th and go for about 3 weeks. So I hope that made sense.
Good luck with that.
Thanks for coming. And now we are on Shazzy. Hi, Shazzy.
All right. And I think it's your draw for that?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh.
What?
I'm just sighing. It's been a long week. We not only had drama with him, we had drama with taxes.
Yes, but
done.
we got them done. They're done.
Done.
We're actually going to get a refund. It hasn't always been that good.
From both, which really last year that did not happen. But we did something stupid and we corrected that. So everything is
Shazzy,
much better now.
Here is your happy hour card.
Oh, look, it's
and
a
it
repeat.
Is a repeat.
And it's a cup.
So you may find that this applies to you as well as the other person. But it is the Eight of Cups. And like we said before, the Eight of Cups sort of signifies a time when you feel something now says your path or the way you should move is somewhere else. It may not be exactly where you expected, or it could be where you expected to go. Maybe it's just a sign here saying now is the time for you to move in that direction that you've dreamed of or you've tasted in a certain way. So I think it's very important that you also realize where you're going here is not a negation of anything about where you're at, but it's just moving you to a new perspective or a new vista. You're still going to be taking along what are the things that are most important and relevant to you as you move ahead.
You know what else this card tells me sometimes,
Thanks,
Shazzy,
Gina.
is that you've left your mark somewhere. You've done everything maybe you've needed to do in a certain area of your life. Whether it's moving away from home, moving away to attend school, moving on from a relationship or a job. It's time to move forward now. It's time to move upward to something higher. Whether you're moving from one spiritual path to another or you're deepening your spiritual practices. This is a sign of enlightenment and going towards some higher calling, some higher purpose in life, something that's waiting for you, something that maybe you were always destined for. We always get sidetracked from things, or we have stops along the way because we need, those lessons to assimilate before we can elevate. And so I think now you're at that point of elevation once more, and you're going to be moving up. So good luck with that.
All right.
All right.
And that means we're on Gina. And you get to
Gina.
throw the cards.
All right. I get to pull? Okay.
Yeah.
Pressure.
No pressure.
As much pressure as I feel for all.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Shazzy. So you realize that maybe, you're moving into something else.
Maybe you're deepening your mediumship.
That's very cool.
Or deepening a connection with some, spirits, entities, etc. on the other side.
Right, exactly. Because, it is cups, so it does talk about emotions. And, emotions are in everything. They're not just humans. Animals have emotions. Spirits must have emotions, too.
Well, no matter the card, we're going to make you happy, Gina. That's our goal.
A whole lot of loving is what we'll be bringing. We'll make you happy.
Oops. Wow. All right.
Nice.
Well, if you're not going to get something like the, what is it, the Six of Pentacles, how about spiritual balance and harmony? Temperance. Temperance is here. Fly away, Gina, fly. Fly like the angels here. Actually, when you look at this card, you see the angels got his back, right? The angels right behind him there and guiding, watching over, protecting. And there's a sense of peace and balance that everything is, going to be all right. Even if things aren't right in your world right now, you just have this knowledge, this idea that everything is going to be all right.
Hi, Country Love. We'll put you on our list. Welcome to Happy Hour. You're excited. And Gina, Temperance is such a great card because there's a power here that is sort of just calm power, but very big power, a power of alchemy to transpose or transform elements. And so Spirit is saying, you're that person. You have that ability. You can take things that maybe are not so great and make them great. Or you can find other ways to bring about balance and harmony and maybe peace for people as well as yourself.
Yeah, I love this card. And you're right, I forgot about the eclipse energy. And, getting this temperance card...
Interesting.
Getting this temperance card so close to spring equinox too, right? The season, the time of balance. My favorite time. I love spring equinox and the fall, the time of perfect balance where everything is harmonic and equal. And that's the way I feel about the temperance card. Another thing I want to add about the temperance card, Gina, because you are a baker and you know that when you blend the right ingredients together with the right amount of with the right amounts that you need, you can make magic happen. And I do think that's a part of temperance as well because, there's an alchemical element to this card that sometimes gets forgotten because we focus on the balance and harmony because, hey, why not? But it's also saying, you may have everything you need right now to create something nice for yourself. Just make sure, you be like the little alchemist there and put the right ingredients in the right amounts and you should do fine.
And Gina, I can't wait to come over there and try some of your limeade. Ooh, that sounds lovely.
He's been taught. When were we going to go to? But we decided not to. Something in Massachusetts.
It was on the eastern or the western part of the state. It was.
Oh, it's the western part.
Well, it's still happening, but we're not going to go to that.
Okay, that was in May.
It's in May, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that we could make that just because of what's going on right now.
Maybe we should talk
with Mr. O. But yeah, we'll have to see. We're kind of wanting to do some more travel, but.
And Mysterious Queen has joined us too. Hey, good afternoon to you.
So that's what we have for you, Gina. That's a wonderful card.
Best wishes. Ooh, well, I'll watch you drink the tequila. I'm probably abstaining on that one.
I'll be with you.
That would be so much fun.
Yeah. I love limeade. I love Lemonade, limeade, I'm in. I love that. Oh, man.
All right, so we are on Merida then. Happy hour day to Merida. Thank you, Gina. You're welcome too. All right, so Marina, I guess this is that day we get a few, repeats, but you have the Six of Pentacles, and somebody else had it earlier. So it means about that same kind of thing here. There's a flow going on for you, and I know you're involved in some things too that you're hoping to work out. This may be saying there's a possibility with that, but the true meaning of the card is sometimes you do have to share in order to have things shared back to you. This talks about a continuity or a flow of material benefit in your life and between others that are within your life or most, aspects of that. And like I said, it doesn't have to be with purely, material aspects, but it can pertain to them too. Pentacles really talks about money and prosperity. So maybe this is indicating something fortuitous that you've been hoping for will happen. And of course, you will be able to give back something too.
What a beautiful card. Again, all I can say is this is the time.
Gina.
This I added. We'll have to catch her up. I think
Okay.
I'm not sure if you saw her tweet my tweets or not. It was earlier this week, but anyway, I have to say, the Six of Pentacles, Marita, is like, what you put out there in the world, you're going to start getting back in kind, and so that puts you in the position of, in a sense, creating your own positive feedback loop here,
Nice.
Sometimes we're always looking at external things to bring us good fortune. I want to win the lottery, whatever it is. But you know what? If you put out positive energy, you put out kindness, you put out generosity, you give your time, energy, etc. to something, you will get it back. You will get back what you deserve. And I love this card for that. So I feel this week, if you feel you have, maybe you have some expectation too that either you're going to be asked to give something to someone, to do something for someone, or that something's going to come to you because you've already done something, that deserves it. So, I don't know. It's just like I said, it's a give and take. It's give and take. It's the law of attraction.
This is one of those cards that sort of calls the idea of karma into question, and that sometimes good things happen when we also share with others good things.
Yeah.
And yeah, Gina, I guess there are some things we need to talk to you about. Alrighty, so that was you, right?
Yes, that was Marita, and that was me. That was you.
Oh, it was?
You pulled
Okay.
that, I'm pretty sure.
You're right, it was, yeah. So you are
And
doing
so we
Noha.
are on Noha. Hi, Noha. And I guess if you want to put the list as closed up,
Yeah,
because
we
we're going
should
to go
do
into a
that.
little
I guess
overtime.
we've reached our hour point. So we will close the list now. Mysterious Queen, you made it. Country Love, you made it.
You're the last ones on the list, so
All good.
all good. Yeah. And vice versa. I mean, when you look at it, it's going back and forth. There's a swirl of energy, Marita, that's going up and down. So I really like that card. It's just so nicely
You're
depicted.
welcome.
It's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
a cup. It is not a cup, Noha. You have the Ace of Fire, the Ace of Wands.
And it's a super power card. The Ace of Wands is a beginning of something really feisty and maybe fierce in a way. It's an act of bravery. It's an act of compassion. It's maybe starting something that involves networking with other people or new friendships.
It's definitely the start of something new. It could be the beginning of new friendships, a new romance, a new relationship, a new job. It's very, very positive, but also it could be a new project or goal. And if that's the case, I get the feeling here, look at that fire. Look at that fire. That fire is hot for something, whether it's hot for a person, right, a relationship, or whether it's hot for an idea you have and you want to set it in motion, get some new project going or off the ground. Don't let it burn a hole in your head there. It's time to let that fire free and set your world on fire in a good way. Use that energy to make things happen, to create stuff. Fire destroys, but fire also creates, right?
Right. And I also feel too that there's a sense of being brave here. And of course, when you're handling fire, of course you got to be brave. You're handling something that's a lot hotter than you normally do. So also too, what is asked for or called for right now is that sense of rising to a challenge, being brave enough to see how you can begin something and maybe, carry it through to the end. So good luck with that, Noha.
Good luck with that, Noha. That's what we have for you. And we're going to move on to Country Love.
That's mine now?
That would be yours now.
All right. Hi, Country Love. How you doing?
Oh, so we both had a really bad virus, too, the last few weeks. Gina probably didn't know about that. Oh, we were so sick. We were really miserable. We decided not to go to convocation because we were afraid of catching something else there because we were barely recovered. I think you were still going through stuff.
Well, and then, of course, everything kind of changed.
Yeah, and then other things happened. But I got better, and you got it after me. I got it first.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why it was kind of, we're
Country
off schedule.
Love. Here's another one. We've moved into Wandpalooza now, and it's the King of Wands.
Nice.
So Country Love, and I know you've shared some things with us that were interesting recently, and I think this is a card saying, be brave, follow where your instinct or your bravery chooses to lead you. Notice that lion standing behind the figure there and realize that there's support behind you. There's some wind under your wings. There's somebody who's ready to just wow if they have to. For you inspire others because of your own sense of confidence and charm and things like that. You're able to really, pull it together, and Spirit's now telling you, you have a mission perhaps, and you have something to do that calls for your bravery, but you're going to handle this in the most efficient, charming manner. It's almost like people want to follow along with you because they just feel, the bravery and courage of your soul.
Take care, Gina.
Bye, Gina.
We'll be in touch. Don't worry, we will be. All right, yeah. When I look at this Country Love, and have fun tonight, Gina. Have fun. When I look at this card, Country Love, I see, it's interesting to me to look at that lion and say, okay, that lion has your back, but is the lion following you? Is the lion so impressed with your leadership that it is following you instead of vice versa, you following the lion? So, it's pretty interesting here, that kind of perspective. And I think here what it's saying is you can be an inspiration to others as well as, yourself right now. You may not, even if you don't feel it, this is a time to be positive, motivational, inspiring, and courageous in the face of maybe uncertainty or some trials and tribulations going on, or just going after something that's challenging or maybe has a little bit of a risk attached. Be fearless. That's what this card is saying. It's a time to be fearless because, fortune favors the bold.
Well, there you go. I can't say it any better than that. I feel that this card, expresses the idea that there's a noble calling for you. There's something that maybe you are taking that light towards, maybe it's something you need to discover for yourself, But I also sort of feel like this is something that you give to others too. All right.
So good luck with that.
Good luck, Country Love.
And
Gina, if you're still here, you are a wonderful friend. Appreciate you so much. May you always have peace, and may good fortune sail for you. And so now we are on our final reading for the afternoon. It's Mysterious Queen, but we did mention we're going to read for each other real quick after that, and then we'll do a Namaste blessing. So you're all welcome to stick around for that. Thank you.
okay.
Was this supposed to be mine? Oh wait, I did Country Love. Yeah. Sorry. Whoops.
Well, you're right on the ball today. You've got that all. You're right on.
Maybe.
Pretty much. Oh.
Gene, if you're still here, thank you. I saw what you did.
You saw what you did
I
there.
saw what you did there. Thank you so much, sweetie.
All right. So we have Mysterious Queen. We have you put it out there. We have the Two of Wands. That's a really nice card. It's funny because we just recently, today I think, was that right? Yeah, we had that card for our card of the day for the collective today, but it was reversed. This is a different story. So, hey, you know what? I don't know if you're planning on going anywhere in the week ahead, but if you have a chance to maybe take a little side trip, something enjoyable, something that you would like to do, Spirit is saying, have a little adventure for yourself. Maybe it's even just going to a museum. Maybe it's just taking a walk in the woods or in a park or by water. Maybe it's visiting friends, just going on a little bit of a road trip, or having, doing something, or maybe even just doing something outside the box. Sometimes we get in our comfort zone and, it gets a little bit boring after a while, right? Look at how this person is looking out the window there. Hey, she's perfectly comfortable here. She's got, she seems very relaxed and comfortable, but yet she's wondering, is there more out there for me? Maybe I should do something fun. Maybe I should do something exciting. Maybe I should do something different.
I like those thoughts there, Banshee. I like this card. I like this particular interpretation, but almost all of the interpretations of the Two Wands make me feel that there's a sense of, like a momentary pause as you have realized you have accomplished what you wanted to. You may not have accomplished everything, but you're sort of pausing there and saying, this is good. And then exactly what Banshee said, but I want more. I can do more. I can be more.
We're meant to progress and change and transform and grow. And this is a card that encourages that. Doing something a little bit different, doing something that will enliven and bring some excitement into your life once more.
And all the hallmarks are there too, Mysterious Queen, because it is a wand. Wands talk about potentials in networking and maybe business and maybe in friendships. And the twos themselves are a binary quality card that sort of says you can do this, or you can wait until it later, or you got to figure out something.
So good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
All right, I'm going to pull but I think you could go first.
Alrighty, I can do that. And want to thank everybody. If some of you guys were here first timers, I didn't quite remember all of you, Zach, Bridget, and
Emily.
If you were first timers, I'm very happy you came. If you just haven't been here in a while, I appreciate you.
We're very happy you came too.
Yeah, exactly. I thank Gina for her donation. I thank everybody for some really
thank everybody for their support.
Vibes
Jamie's
and support.
Cowboys, you're so sweet.
Some of you guys are just the absolute
Kara,
best.
you're so loyal.
Libra's loyal. And I'm wishing a lot of positive
Lena's
energy for
loyal.
Jamie's Cowboys. All right, so here's your card, my dear.
We appreciate you all.
And you got the Three of Pentacles.
Uh-oh.
So you're the ringleader.
That's good.
It's your fault, I guess. You're the one who's gonna, make it happen. You know how to pull all the right strings, press the right buttons, and crack that whip and say, "Come on, we got to get this out by 5 p.m."
Sounds
we're
like
all
I'm
late.
going to come up with something new, eh?
It does.
Well, okay then. So I need a team, Mr. O. Are you the team?
2 is a team.
Okay then. Yeah, that is a card of, you can do a lot on your own, but you can do a lot more when you work collaboratively and collegially with others. So I like
Right,
that.
and it really has that idea of, following the plan, and
Yeah.
sometimes you have to realize that one person may have more of the plan than others. That could be you, but don't be surprised if it's not always you. That would be me. You mean it's not me again?
Well, let's see what I can get for Mr. O. Let's see.
Okay, you spin it there.
Oh gosh, there's something in my head, and if it comes up, I'm going to crack up. All right. One more. One more for you, and I will cut and pull a card. Well, Mr. O. Oh,
It's me, isn't it?
darn Scorpio.
I know, I saw it.
The Seven of Swords. He's got secrets.
Look out, I'm right
He's
behind
a secret
you.
agent.
I'm right behind you, using you as a shield.
He's a secret agent. You sometimes have to dig deep with this one. Unfortunately, he married a psychic intuitive.
So,
Empathic psychic
I can never
intuitive
totally
who can
sneak up
often
behind
feel
her.
exactly what's going on in that beady little
I've
head
got
of his.
I've got a plus minus of, every 10 times I might be able to do it twice.
So beyond that, I think this is a card of seeking information in stealthy ways, trying to look behind the surface of things, look at things from the background. Don't telegraph anything, just observe people, what they're saying, what they're not saying, and read their body language. Those kind of things are going to matter. And try
Let me hear your body talk.
now I'm going to
Your
give
body
him
talk.
I'm going to give him a non-happy
I
hour
want to get
interpretation.
physical.
Try to stay out of gossip, Mr. O.
Well, that's
Actually,
not going to happen.
I shouldn't say that. He could learn a lot from gossip. I think that card is saying here, but you really have to discern what's real and what's not as far as gossip's concerned. Anyway, that's
We will
what I have for
tell
you.
no gossip.
All right.
Unless it is good.
Let's close this down with a namaste blessing for everyone. I'm going to let Mr. O pick one out of here once I shuffle them one more time and cut. All right. All right, Mr. O, just go ahead and pick one.
That one literally said pick me when I touched it.
Oh.
We keep getting that one, don't we?
No, you know what? No.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? I was looking at that card before when I was shuffling. I said, oh,
You're
that's
just saying that.
When I cut it, it came up in the cut.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So anyway, that is the picture. It's very pretty. There we go. Mm-hmm. And it's a blessing without borders.
Oh.
In essence, we are living energy flowing through the ocean of human consciousness, spiritual beings moving through cycles of life, birth, death, and rebirth. We are all interconnected and in communion with each other, no matter how much physical space appears to separate us. Feel the blessed presence of someone you love this moment in your heart. And at this moment, I want to think of all of you. Yes, there is distance between us, but you're very close to us. You're very close in our heart. And I just think that's a perfect example of that. And I read, it's funny, I read a tweet today where somebody was talking about how their husband is a gamer and plays games with people from all around, but it's the same group of people he has never met. And apparently one of them recently died. And everybody in this group, when they were playing together, were reminiscing, thinking about him, sharing good memories. They never met the person in person. So we can make connections that are meaningful at a distance. And I think this is what Blessing Without Borders is about, right?
Nice. Very nice.
Namaste, everybody.
Namaste.
I hope you have a great rest of your day or evening and that you join us soon for one of our regular live shows. How about tomorrow? Tomorrow at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. 2
yeah, we're going to do that.
p.m.
We're going to do that. The lightning round. No, it's the sleepy round.
Sleepy round. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we'll answer any question. You get a few more cards in the mix, and we have a lot of fun on those shows, too. So join us, and we hope to see you all again soon.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye for now.